طی 2 سال گذشته ویروس کرونا باعث مرگ حدود 5 میلیون نفر شده. اما در همین زمان نزدیک به 14 میلیون نفر فقط به دلیل آلودگی هوای ناشی از سوخت‌های فسیلی جان خود را از دست دادند. این آمار حتی شامل مرگ و میر ناشی از حوادث طبیعی مرتبط به تغییرات آب و هوایی نمیشه. اما نکته تأسف برانگیز پوشش ضعیف خبری و آگاهی رسانی در رابطه با این فاجعه است.
In liberal democracies, the protection of free speech is a bedrock value. But now some of the social media companies, like Facebook, for example, have been reckless and irresponsible in putting their desire for short-term profits over and above their responsibility to serve the public interest. They have repeatedly made a choice in the spreading of false information as a way of making more money. And that's disappointing, it's irresponsible, and there must be some regulations to prevent them from continuing.
And then there's the others. These are, I would say, the dishonest skeptics or deniers. These are people that are paid by the fossil fuel companies or because of their political views really oppose any control on fossil fuels. At first, they denied the science. The science is not settled. Guess what? It was always settled. What they're now saying is, it's now too expensive to go net zero. I mean, think about the poor people. And again, if we decarbonize in the right way, we could actually save the world $46 trillion.
مقاومت شرکت‌های نفتی در مقابل این موضوع به حدیه که فقط 5 شرکت بزرگ نفتی برای مسدود کردن اقدامات اساسی و ترویج اطلاعات نادرست در زمینه تغییرات اقلیمی مبلغی در حدود 200 میلیون دلار در سال هزینه می‌کنند.
در تاریخ اگه ما نگاه کنیم همیشه همینطور بوده. صنعت دخانیات، شرکت‌های تولید کننده سیگار همین کارو کردن. سال‌های سال این تبلیغ رو انجام میدادن که نه ضرری نداره. حتی یه سری پزشک رو استخدام کرده بودن که بیان نه تنها در تلویزیون، در کنگره برن شهادت بدن که سیگار ضرری نداره.
And because they know what a pleasure it is to smoke a mild, good-tasting cigarette, they're particular about the brand they choose. In a repeated national survey, doctors in all parts of the country were asked, "What cigarette do you smoke, doctor?"
و من مطمئن هستم هر موقع که همین شرکت‌های نفتی که امروز آلاینده‌های بزرگ محیط زیستی هستند اگر متوجه بشن که از راه انرژی‌های تجدیدپذیر میتونن پول بیشتری بسازن، خودشون این تغییر رو انجام میدن.
اگه کمپانی‌های بزرگ دنیا تصمیم داشته باشن برای درآمد خودشون جهان ما رو ناامن کنن، آیا ما به عنوان افراد یک جامعه میتونیم نقشی تأثیرگذار در تغییر این روند داشته باشیم؟
People often ask me, do we need individual action or system-wide change? And my answer is yes. Because a system is made up of people. How does a system change unless individuals change the system? So individual action is absolutely essential.
بار دیگه فعالان محیط زیست بیرون اومدن تا همزمان با 26مین کنفرانس تغییرات آب و هوایی که اینجا در گلاسکو داره برگزار میشه اعتراضات خودشون رو نسبت به تغییرات آب و هوایی به گوش سیاستمداران برسونن. معترضانی که باد و طوفان و بارون هم نمیتونست جلودارشون باشه.
We are here because Tibet is at the front line of the climate crisis. It is melting 3 times faster than the rest of the earth. 1 in 5 people in Asia and in the world depend on Tibet's rivers for food security and survival.
I think it's really important that we bring young people, young children to see these marches and to make a point.
O ar é isso que eu deixo.
So
He's saying that indigenous people are here to talk about the important role that they play in protecting nature and protecting the forests and protecting the rivers.
I'm here because this is an emergency and we haven't seen enough action.
I'm really scared for their future, who comes after them. Like, the earth will be okay for my lifetime, but not for theirs.
I get asked a lot, what can individuals do? Because we all feel disempowered. You know, climate change is so big, so large. You know, it's governments and corporations that should be working on it, not us. However, we have a major role to play. The first thing is we should talk about it. We will talk to other people and suddenly find they're just as anxious as we are, and they're worried about it. And when you talk about it, you share that anxiety, but you also empower each other to do something.
با بیر گریلز، یکی از فعالان سرشناس محیط زیست، صحبت کوتاهی داشتم. How would you picture a world where we failed to address and solve the climate crisis? How do you see this all, and what's your message for our audience, basically?
This fails when we don't listen. We don't listen to each other, when we don't listen to young people, and when we don't listen to the environment. You know, and all those three things are screaming loudly now. You know, and this is Young People Day at COP, and I represent 57 million worldwide scouts who want to see positive change, who want to make a promise to the planet for good. But I've seen the raw, ugly, lethal effects of climate change close up. And if we don't do it, everything we value in the world, from beautiful oceans to beautiful man, will turn to swamp and dust, and humans will die. So this is D-Day, this is the time to do it, and it takes united communities, united world, united leaders to come together and do the right thing. It's about being on the right side of history and doing the right thing right now.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. امسال شاهد حضور پررنگ فعالان نوجوان و جوان هستیم که اومدن اینجا تا بتونن در گفتگوها و مذاکرات با سیاستمداران سهمی داشته باشن. اونهایی هم که اینجا حضور ندارن، کودکان نامه‌ها و پیام‌های خودشون رو به سازمان ملل فرستادن و خواستار یک تصمیم اساسی برای مقابله با تغییرات اقلیمی شدن. آنتونیو مسیر طولانی رو از کاستاریکا تا اینجا طی کرده تا صدای فعالان محیط زیست نوجوان باشه.
If I could speak to those who caused climate change, I would thank them. Because of them, the youth is now united and is stronger than ever and is empowered. Someone came to my school and taught us about it, its dangers, how we need to adaptate and mitigate and be resilient. And since I've been taught, I love the subject and I got more and more involved. My message would be that the way to solve the problem is to educate and inform and talk to everyone you can, to every young person in every part of the world, so they can get involved and empower themselves to go higher every time, every day, everywhere.